Are we recording?
Yeah. I think we can do like a random intro, so this can just be like it goes right into it, and then we'll have something separate.
Okay.
You ever see cashews on oatmeal, Dylan? You ever see cashews on oatmeal? I don't think so. You always see almonds on oatmeal. Why? Because it's better. Almonds are just like the greatest thing in the world. You ever see cashews in trail mix? I don't think so. I've never seen a cashew in trail mix. Almonds are the only nuts that go in trail mix. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Almonds, cashews aren't even a nut. They're not even a nut. They're a fruit. Because they're fruity.
Is it my turn? Okay, first of all, you eat cashews in trail mix all the time. You're eating the right kind of trail mix if you're not eating trail mix with cashews, because cashews are the best nut.
They're not nuts.
They are nuts.
They're nuts.
Their shape's cool. They have that curvy shape. Mm-hmm. They're delicious with sweet and sour sauce on chicken. I don't like oatmeal, so I don't really care what kind of nuts you put on your oatmeal. If I were to choose a nut to go on my oatmeal, it would probably be peanuts, because I like peanuts too. But cashews are poisonous. You ever eaten something poisonous and been like, oh man, I might die if I eat this, but you eat it anyways? It's awesome. It's awesome.
What?
Like
what?
Like cashews. Cashews are poisonous.
Well, after you do all this other stuff to them.
Before you do all the other stuff to them.
Oh, okay.
It's like eating that the pufferfish sushi.
Who eats that?
Lots of people. It's expensive. It's a delicacy.
Asian people who are out of their
That's
minds.
Racist. No, rich people who want the thrill of possibly dying from your food eat it. Can we end this soon? Because I'm running out of material.
Everybody knows that Twix are more delicious. They have a cookie inside of it. Why would a Snickers be better? That has peanuts. Everybody knows that you want a cookie for dessert. You don't want peanuts in your dessert. Twix, you could have a food allergy. You just want to start swelling up and dying from a Snickers bar? You don't ever get that from a Twix. A Twix is loving. It has that crunch, that subtle yet
I'm pretty sure Twix isn't even a candy bar. It's got a cookie in it. Can you have a candy bar that isn't even a candy bar?
Yes, you can.
Cookie? It's just a cookie with some chocolate on top of it.
It's the best of both worlds. You get a cookie and a candy bar all in one.
That is absurd. Snickers has everything in a candy bar. Everything you would want in a candy bar wrapped in chocolate. You got your peanuts. You got your caramel. You got whatever else is inside of a Snickers.
You don't even know your own product.
Nobody knows what's inside Snickers.
You want to be eating something random that somebody could have just scooped up off the floor? They just threw it together because it was there?
By the way, Twix do have peanuts in it. If you go to any Twix bag, it will say, may contain peanuts.
May contain peanuts because it's probably made in a Snickers factory.
Because it's so much better than Snickers.
Purple is so much better than orange. Purple is the color of royalty. It was expensive in ancient Rome. It's taken from seashells. So they scrape it out of the seashells and make dye on it. Orange is just the color of a stupid fruit that nobody really likes. Orange juice is gross. Except when you put vodka in it. Other than that...
Orange is so much better. You got your vitamin C. You got your orange juice. Orange juice is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
Paper isn't sanitary. Have you ever tried to clean a piece of paper? You erase it, it's still there. You have a mark left there. You can't clean paper. It's all over the place. You go to clean plastic. You know what you can do? You can clean it all off. It's not there.
That's your whole argument?
Yeah.
Okay. Paper is more easily recyclable. It's better for the environment. It's more functional. What can you do with a plastic bag? Nothing. You can put more plastic bags in it and cannibalize itself. Paper bags, you can make hand puppets out of. You can store your lunch in it. You can shred them up and make hula luau decorations if you dye them green. Paper bags.
Paper bags are the death of my groceries. Have you ever been carrying a full bag of paper with paper bags?
Oh Lord. Mountain Dew is the greatest soda I've ever tasted in my life. It has a mountain on the picture. What is stronger and more manly than a mountain? People, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, nothing is manlier than a mountain. The dew of a mountain. Exactly the taste of Mountain Dew. It is delicious nature at its strongest, manliest point.
I'm not going to debate this because I hate Pepsi. I hate Pepsi. This is
out
how
of
much I hate Pepsi.
out of here.
I hate Pepsi so much, I'm just going to walk off and not debate this.
SpongeBob is the greatest cartoon ever. Ever. There's no arguing about it. You have SpongeBob, the main character. You have Patrick. You have Squidward. I'm just listing characters because I can't think of a lot to come up with right now. But it's the greatest show ever.
What else about the show do you like?
Everything.
Say something. What?
Ed, and Eddie, you got your beautiful animation. It's different than any other cartoon.
Ed and Eddie,
you've
you
ever
have
seen.
3 guys named the exact same name.
It's not hard to tell them apart. Sometimes they call the weird guy with the hat Double D. That's right. It's catchy. You got your smart guy. You got your idiot. You got your greedy, loving money guy. And they go off on adventures looking for jawbreakers with candy. Who doesn't love candy? No one. Every time I watch Ed and Eddie, I feel alive. I feel better about myself. When I watch SpongeBob, I feel sick. I want to turn off the television and never watch television again. You know why?
Say that to my face.
Just did. You know why? Because SpongeBob smells funny. It's fishy. And I don't like things that are fishy. You know what's fishy?
Have you ever smelled
Crime.
SpongeBob?
Crime
He's a
is
sponge. He's the
fishy.
cleanest possible thing that there ever could be. He absorbs everything, but then he gets bleached or whatever, and then it's all gone. You know why? Because they scrub him on a cactus. I don't know how that does anything, but it makes him clean. It gets him unsick.
You know what sponges are in the ocean? They're gross little bottom feeders. That's what your SpongeBob is. It poops and eats on both sides of its body. That's a fact. Look it up.
Sweet food is so much better than salty food. You got your candy, you got your cookies, cake, ice cream, chocolate bars, which is candy again that I forgot I said. You got marshmallow. Have you ever had marshmallow cream? It's delicious. Marshmallow cream with peanut butter on a sandwich. I recently discovered this is amazing. What can you do with salty stuff? Nothing. Salt is the worst.
Salt accentuates all of the flavors. It is scientifically proven that salt brings out the better things in life. It will even make sweet things taste better. You ever heard of chocolate with salt on top of it? It's delicious. Salt
Because of the
with
chocolate.
caramel
Because
on
the
it.
because the caramel.
It's delicious.
Because the
Salt
caramel and chocolate.
on steak, salt on anything is delicious. Salty steak, salty popcorn.
Because I feel like you're debating at me too much.
Also, sorry.
Shampoo. What more do you need? You don't need conditioner. That's just to soften your hair. But shampoo, that's a necessity. Conditioner isn't going to clean anything out. Conditioner comes after shampoo. You would be nowhere without the shampoo. You can try and condition, but that's not going to get you anywhere.
Not necessarily true.
Yeah, it's true. It's a true fact. Just looked it up.
Conditioner is better because for the very reason that you said it's worse. Because it makes your hair so silky and smooth. What would you do with just shampoo? Just shampoo, all that does is get you clean. You want people to like you. Just being clean isn't enough. You have to be attractive.
Nobody's going to come near you just because you have soft hair and it stinks like high heavens.
And you have conditioner. First of all, conditioner will still clean your hair. It will.
Barely.
Because all that shampoo is glycerin and...
You're gross. You're gross. You're gross. What? Okay, you don't wash your hair with conditioner. Gross.
Why not?
You're disgusting.
Get out of here.
No, they only
Get out of my
say
car.
you have to wash your hair like once a week.
You know what you can't do? You can't put on a blanket when it's hot. Cold is so much better than being hot. When it is cold, all you have to do is put on a nice little blanket and you're fine. Cold ice cream. Ice cream is delicious.
Okay. I don't know if you've ever lived in the Middle East, but it's quite hot back there. I don't know. There's not quite too many people living in Antarctica because it's almost unlivable because it's so cold, and yet heat doesn't seem to bother people. You cover up. It doesn't matter because the heat stays outside. It keeps you warm. Warmth is life.
Cold, you got your snowboarding. When you go to the Middle East or wherever he's talking about,
Sand dune boarding.
sand dune boarding?
Yes.
Yeah, no. It took too long to respond.
I was sand dune boarding.
So that was barbershop.
Shower gel is so much better. It doesn't get stuck. Have you ever tried to scrape soap onto your rag or exfoliating pad or whatever? It gets all chunky in there and it gets stuck deep inside your loofah and then just like rots. And have you ever picked up a bar of soap that's been sitting?
Soap bars are cheaper.
That's been sitting in a soap dish. It gets that weird, gross, like melted soap thing on the bottom, and it slips around really easily. And then you drop a bar of soap in the shower, and it just shoots up across the thing. It flies up into the air. Soap bars are dangerous.
Question 1. Why do you have a loofah?
I like to.
Oh!
Excuse me. I like to exfoliate my skin. It keeps my skin nice and soft.
We can all have a loofah. You just can't say it out loud.
Why not? This is not the topic of discussion.
Yes,
We're not
it is.
discussing loofahs. We're discussing bar soap
I'm
versus
discussing
shower gel.
this.
We're discussing.
I just changed it. Loofah versus gel. Actually, I guess it'd be loofah versus bar of soap. Bar of soap, you don't even need a loofah. You just rub it all over your body. With gel, what are you going to do? You're going to use your hands? That's disgusting. You don't want to use your hands for that job. You want a bar of soap in between you and the grime.
Just keep it together, Dylan. Just keep it together.
First of all, you ever tried to grab a bar of soap and just rub it on yourself? You're going to shoot yourself in the face with that thing. Okay, your attack on loofahs is unwarranted. It has no place in this discussion, but for the sake of argument, loofahs are better than just using your hand. It scrubs in there deep. If you're just rubbing the soap without using a loofah or a rag, I didn't say specifically loofah. That was just an example. Using anything...
Roll back the clip.
Loofah.
I said the word loofah. I didn't mean just loofah. I meant anything to scrub
And
the...
you said exfoliating pad. That's almost as bad.
Okay. You need something to scrub it into your skin. Whether that be a loofah, an exfoliating pad,
Or a
washcloth,
bar of soap.
a bar of soap does not scrub, it rubs. It just gets that weird thick layer
You wanna be
of soap scum on your body, and then you have that weird feeling when you get out of the shower of bar soap, like you've been violated. You just like have to walk out of the shower like this because you feel so weird.
You're holding your hands up like this.
Mustard is delicious. You can put it on hot dogs, you can put it on hamburgers, you can put it on just about anything. You can't put Micheal Jordan on a hamburger. If you did, that's cannibalism, and that's wrong.
You might not be able to put Micheal Jordan on a hamburger, but you can put him on just about any packaging for Hanes. Have you ever... what are you wearing right now? I assume that you're probably wearing Hanes. Boxers,
He's right.
undershirts. They're comfortable. You know why? Because Micheal Jordan. They wouldn't have put that much research into just some random Hanes company without Micheal Jordan to sponsor them. And not to mention his whatever amount of...
Starting next year, They are firing Micheal Jordan and using a bottle of mustard instead of Micheal Jordan to sponsor underwear. Do you know why? Because they're coming out with a new line of underwear that is stain-proof.
Just in, Micheal Jordan invented
who?
mustard. I Wikipedia'd
Actually-
it in my mind.
Mustard was invented by Colonel Mustard from The Clue.
Wrong. I just changed the Wikipedia entry. Micheal Jordan invented it.
I just
when
changed
he was
it.
off winning a whole bunch of basketball championships.
Do you know what
Has Mustard
year?
ever won a basketball championship? I don't think so. You put Mustard on the floor, it's just going to sit there. Maybe it'll knock over a couple other players. It's not gonna win
Actually,
anything, though.
basketballs
Great defense.
are made
Great
out of
defense.
mustard.
It's
So
not
every
great on
time
offense.
there's a score, you go straight to mustard.
Okay, we have 3 minutes, so do you have time for another one?
I don't have anything
that
else.
That was all we had. Okay.
Bananas versus.
Well,
Oh,
I want to be like a lion, like have this up, and like have an arm like this. In a lion, or you want to like mutated into a lion, like give it a mane?